straight to the moon, get your ticket now. Everybody line up, get your tickets, we're going. Did you buy the tip? Yeah. Do you like rocket ships? Oh, what you wanna try this shit? Yeah. We got everything you need, you better buy some bitty now. Everybody.
Alrighty, welcome everybody. This is SirToshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. Want to cut the show down as quick as possible. Here we go. There we go. We are off and running. Great stuff. Here we go. So, first of all, Samson Mao, what can you tell us about Coolcoin BTC?
Yeah, Blockstream controls it.
That's right. What have you got to say about that, Max?
All right.
Yeah, because that makes it absolutely 100% fundamentally worthless. So why do we call Bcrash, Roger?
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Yeah, good luck with that, Roger, you absolute buffoon. So let's move on to Bitcoin here. So let's ask the creator himself, Satoshi Nakamoto. Craig writes, so Craig, why did you create Bitcoin, and why is it that you're spending all this money on developing the network, for increased transaction throughput, data size, data volume, data management, and all that? Can you give us an insight?
I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Per Bitcoin. That's it, and that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
All right. Well, thanks for letting us know. Great stuff. Right. So here we've got Bitcoin 0.5% of the hash rate, 1.8% of the network nodes, 49.7% of the transactions. Absolutely fantastic. And 73.8% of the block size. Absolutely smashing it. So, Michael Saylor, what can you tell us about sort of like what we should be looking for in terms of Bitcoin?
Big blocks.
That's right. What size?
$100 million chunks.
All right. Whereabouts?
On the blockchain.
Excellent. Let's have a look for those then. So we've got a Tal and Hathor. Look at that, fighting it out. Tal seems to be getting the better of there. But look at these blocks. 2, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 3, 3, 2 double digits. Here we go. 10, 15, 16. 24, 53, 24, 14. Loving that. Excellent. Yeah, that looks really good. Trying to think of what other videos I normally look at about now. Oh, that's all right. So here we've got hash rate. So hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Here we go. Proof of work by network. Coolcoin Bcrash will fall into their own footprint one day. Bcrash Bitcoin hash rate, who cares? Bcrash Bitcoin proof of work, who cares? It is now 13,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Coolcoin, which is a little over 10 times cheaper than Bcrash as well. Absolutely amazing. So it is currently, whoa, look at this. It is currently 21.7% more profitable to mine on Coolcoin than it is Bitcoin. That shows you competition for Bitcoin. It is getting more and more fierce. Loving that. And it's only 2% more profitable to mine on Bcrash. But who cares? Daily Bitcoin, blocks by network. Bitcoin absolutely smashing it in the red there. Beautiful, beautiful. Daily Bitcoin transactions by network. Bitcoin winning. Transactions per block by network. Bitcoin winning. Fees in the block, USD, which will eventually surpass the block reward. Fees Satoshi's, same thing. Keep an eye on that. So this is the ratio of block reward and fees in the block. Again, percentages on the left-hand side. We'll keep an eye on that. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. Let's have a look at this. Here we go. Come on, CoinDance thought you were going to be ready for this. Here we are. Look at this. Amazing, amazing. Let's move that across there. Mind the gap. So we've currently got the genuine Bitcoin chain at 378 gigabytes compared to KuCoin that's just 357 gigabytes. So just in terms of the capacity that the genuine Bitcoin chain has got, what can you tell us about that, Dr. Wright? Here we go.
We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks.
Whoa, 380 gigabyte blocks. That's literally the entire chain at the moment. More than the entire chain in one block. In 10 years, this is just absolutely sensational.
We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Loving that. And let's just have a look to see how far the Bitcoin chain has extended over those frauds. Look at that. The Bitcoin blockchain has grown by 22.78 gigabytes, more than the KuCoin BTC chain. Absolutely wonderful. Love it. Let's get back to the politics now. Look at the hash rate distribution. Come on, Coin Dance. Let's be having ya. Got a live show to get through here. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Not going to donate any money to you if you're not going to show me the figures when I need. Here we go. Yep. There we are. Right, so global hash rate 7 days, not as relevant as... Oh, interesting though. Ant Pool and VIA BTC turning up this week. Wow. Global hash rate 24 hours. Pooling making a comeback in 24 hours, but Ant Pool top of the pile there. Look at that. Absolutely massive. Huge. That should be similar to KuCoin here. Yeah, Ant Pool macking KuCoin for whatever reason. Everything else looking pretty similar, really, as you'd expect. Yeah. Bcrash, look at that. Ant Pool absolutely macking it on KuCoin and Bcrash. Dear oh dear. And look at that. So Ant Pool with 47% and BTC.com with 13%. So that's 60% of the network hash rate on Bcrash, owned by Bitmain, and VIA BTC also macking it hard on Bcrash and on KuCoin. Wow, I mean huge mining operations, but they're mining dead chains. That's absolutely hilarious. They've got all that hash rate, all the gear, and no idea. And in the meantime, this is Bitcoin. Look at this. This is beautiful. I think this is the first time I've seen it with all the genuine Bitcoin miners on there. Look at that. Hathor, Tau, Mempool, Norpool, Matterpool, and SV Pool. Oh, I was just enjoying that. That looks amazing. Oh, the rallying cry. They're all on there. Loving that. No shitcoin enterprises. That is amazing. Loving that. Loving that. Yes, indeed. So the whole point of pushing these shitcoin enterprises off the chain is so that they're just simply not holding any genuine Bitcoin. So therefore they can't dump it and manipulate the price, because that's the only thing that these shitcoiners know how to do. They do not have any fundamental understanding of Bitcoin. All they just simply know is dollar worshipping. That is it. And they just dollar worship. They just want people to continue trading so they can make more money. They don't understand the point of adding value. Again, it's like the whole world has got an issue with dollar worshipping, because the dollar is constantly printed, it goes down in value, so therefore it's all about just squeezing people and getting more and more dollars. There is no thought given to adding value, which makes people's lives better. It's all about squeezing them harder, getting more money off you, getting more money off your clients next time, and then more next time, and then more the time after, constantly squeezing them. Built-in obsolescence is just it's an incredibly destructive and wasteful monetary system that we are using at the moment, and these people just don't understand the flip side of it. Well, the shitcoiners don't. We Bitcoiners do, which is amazing. So let's just have a look at the short positions that they have been opening, trying to squeeze Bitcoin. Oh, come on, Bitfinex. I did have this. What we know? 10 minutes. Come on. Come on. Let's be having you. Got to get through this. Oh, unresponsive. Should we wait? Oh, next. Let's have a look at Bitcoin Blocks Live then. Here we go. Beautiful. Come on, let's be loading, yeah. Did have all these pages loaded prior. Oh, okay. So, for any newbies who are watching this, usually there are rectangular blocks moving across the top of the screen. They are the transactions being recognised by the nodes on the network. Shout out to Zstralia in the house. So we can't quite see the transactions, but never mind. We know that they are there. Once the transactions are recognised by more than 50% of the nodes on the mining network, which is instantly, because it is a small world mandala network, which I will have pictures of next time around, remind myself. The transactions are then thrown into the memory pool, which is where they're competed for by the miners and payment processors in order to create a block, put the transaction within a block, and then place the block on the blockchain, which is when they're rewarded with the Coinbase data, otherwise known as the block reward, otherwise known as freshly minted Bitcoin. So as you can see here in this block, there's a 53 megabyte block, and in the highlighted rectangular box below that, we've got the hash of the block height, who it was mined by, size, the time, the transaction count, and the total fees of $48.37. And we can see that in the graph applied right here that I already did have up. Seriously? Conspiracy theory here. Come on, let's be having you. There we go. Oh, that's the one we want. There we go. And we'll now let Laura Shin explain the relevance of fees in the block. Here we go.
So, as you mentioned, at a certain point when the block reward stops, there will be a transition where miners will be compensated in transaction fees, not in the block reward. And the current amount that they earn is from fees is about 9% of the block reward. And so we'd have to see transaction fees 11x by roughly 2140, which is when the new Bitcoins will stop being minted. But I just wondered, if we don't see an increase in the amount of transactions that can happen at layer one, because the number of layer one transactions is limited. And right now, I feel like a lot of the scaling is focusing on layer two. Can transaction fees 11x in that time, or will that require people to pay a lot more per transaction?
Over the next couple halving cycles, we should see it start to predominantly be the value that is compensated to the miners in the block reward. If Bitcoin is the world reserve currency that doesn't have a strong security model, like there's not a lot of monetary compensation in the block reward due to transaction fees, well, then its long-term security will be weak. If it is the world reserve currency, there'll be very, very many layer one transaction fees.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you think it is possible that the amount in transaction fees will maybe not be enough on layer one to replace the block reward when the time comes.
Absolutely, it won't be able to replace the block reward when the time comes because they've purposely restricted the block size. He even knows it himself. He's, there'll be many layer one transactions. Well, not if there's a 1 megabyte block size. You absolute buffoon. It's crazy. So do you think the 7 transactions a second is honestly going to service all of this lot? This is the Bitcoin network. This is the mining network. This is the new global financial infrastructure that we're looking at here. And he thinks that 7 transactions a second is going to finance and support all of that. Yeah, good luck. Let's have a look at BitInfo charts. Here we go. Check it out. So as you can see that Bitcoin, look at that, 12.9%, loving that. Coolcoin only 8.6%. Look at that, we're catching them. So now we've just simply got XRP and Ethereum, and we'll have a listen to the CTO of XRP telling us it's an absolute load of crap.
The XRP is a digital asset. It's censorship resistant. It's publicly traded. It trades on the XRP ledger. Ripple does not own or control the XRP ledger in any way.
So how did Ripple then get all the XRP that it has? It has about half the supply. So just how did that particular transaction happen?
So the way its design works is when the ledger first began operation, the 100 billion XRP, all that will ever exist, were sort of up for grabs. And lots of people grabbed XRP out of that system. But it just so happens that obviously, just like early miners mined, huge amounts of Bitcoin before the public knew about it or was using it, early XRP users grabbed large amounts of that pool of XRP. And so the people who developed the ledger wound up with, the vast majority of it.
Yeah, because they were able to grab it from the system. They just grabbed it like miners mining Bitcoin. What a joke. And what do we know about Ethereum and its potential for scaling?
It scales somewhat.
It scales somewhat.
Plans or initial we knew it wasn't going to be scalable for sure.
Oh dear. I shall never get tired of hearing that. It just constantly amuses me. Transactions, let's just have a quick look at 3 years log graph. That is Bitcoin in the purple, looking beautiful. Scaling test network. Let's have a look at these figures. Just checking. So now we'll have a listen to Steve Shadders talking about Terranode upgrade. Take the floor, Steve Shadders.
We have run this across all 10 nodes, and I have actually seen volumes in excess of 100,000 per second. I wasn't quite brave enough to try that one today, live on stage. But there we have a real-life example of a Terranode that is able to scale. If I had more time, I would show you one that's actually running at a steady-state capacity and show that it actually can continue for a long period of time without any problems.
Beautiful. Now listen to the disclaimer.
For reference, we don't think that the Bitcoin SV software would be able to handle a validation rate like that at this point in time.
Oh, and now listen to the timeline.
By the end of this month, we're hoping to actually have alpha versions of Terranode listening on the mainnet. They won't be trying to produce blocks. They'll just be listening and processing peer-to-peer messages. We'll also build, we have built scale testnets, global scale testnets for the Terranode specifically. We can't do this on the scaling testnet because we'll crush it.
Oh, can't wait to see those.
Because we have proven that Terranode can scale, we've proven what Satoshi always said about Bitcoin. Bitcoin can and does scale. Thank you very much. Beautiful, Steve. Absolutely beautiful.
Trends.cash, so TDXP still macking it in terms of apps ranking by money spent. But look at this, Crypto Fights now with 31%. Absolutely fantastic for them. So yeah, that's going to be causing a stir, getting a lot of attention. Loving that. Crypto Quant, yeah, just to show you the exchanges have been cashing out their reserves because they know it's an absolute pile of shit, which has caused a squeeze in liquidity and a spike in the price. Oh dear, it's not good. It's a massive bubble. What's on chain? Estimated next block size 4.22 megabytes. Look, all the transactions building up there. Beautiful. Joho's meme pool. This is what a memory pool is meant to look like. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. What it's not meant to look like is core coin. We'll just have a quick look at that. Look at that. That looks absolutely horrendous. All over the shop. And let's see the shit show that it's caused. On, geez, what's this? Okay, let's refresh that then. Oh! Cannot post. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. Seriously? Oh my god, come on. Let's have a look. Still gonna get it. Just close that one then. Loading TX Street. And while we're loading this, we'll just have a listen to Adam Back, the Chief Executive Officer of Blockstream, talking about his opinions on payment networks.
So, fee estimation in some cases is quite bad. If you're paying a friend, you can probably afford to wait 4 hours and not pay a priority fee.
Oh, shut up, you fool. And now we're going to have a listen to Vitalik negging on transactions on BTC that are over 5 cents.
the internet of money should not cost 5 cents a transaction. It's kind of absurd.
It is kind of absurd. So why does your internet of money cost over $1 to do a median transaction? Absolutely ridiculous. So Federal Reserve, what do we know about all this excess money printing? Where does it lead?
Statistical analysis has found that every time an empire begins to near its own demise, you'll find that its currency will be debased.
Yes, indeed. It's not looking good, is it? So knowing that Bitcoin is the only thing that can save us, how are we feeling about it? CoinGecko feeling exceptionally good. 73% loving that. Good stuff. Morning run. Oh, trade volume only $799. Good. Stay away from these people. If you see anybody like trying to mingle with it, tell them move fast and break stuff does not mean breaking the law. It's outrageous. Let's have a look at the depth chart. $164. Oh, look at this. 5.8 million asks versus 7.4 million bids. Prices on the way up then. Good. Let's have a look at Shiffinex. Oh, come on. What is going on today? A blank space. Of course, it's like something out of Taylor Swift, innit? Come on. Let's do this. Is this the internet? There we go. It's more like it. Oh, on the way down. This thing is picking up genuine Bitcoin for $163. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's have a look at BTC. Oh, come on, Bitfinex. I had all these pages loaded. Yeah. All right, looking similar to Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus shitcoin. Oh, kind of holding its own a little bit. Alrighty. Let's have a look at the entire coin crap market, this entire shit show. All reds and greens. So core coin 0.88% down. Let's have a look at genuine Bitcoin. Where is it? Point out. We'll take that winning. YouTube 567 subscribers, 71 in the last 28 days. Loving that. Streamanity 278 followers. That's alright. $2.40 from our last video. Thank you very much. Acorn Stacks, we got 75 new users on Twitch, loving that. Followers 419, love it. Ruth, let's look at Ruthie's tweet 964, we'll like on that one. Let's have a look at I'm Satoshi, see what he's doing. Is Twitter taking more followers away? 78,400. Alright, let's have a quick look at stablecoin printer. Has USDT being printed anymore? USDC. Alright, great stuff. Right, 27 minutes. We're up to date. Shout out to Zstralia, KP Dad in the house. Good to see you. I'm just going to wrap up the show there because it's 22 minutes. Trying to keep it as short as possible. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.sirtoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.